What are Republicans for? What are the ideas on the other side of the ideological aisle? It used to be that Republicans were for conservatism, which meant a smaller federal government. Republicans used to make the argument that the Constitution sets out the powers of the federal government, and whatever was not listed was left to the states or the people or the individual. It's an age-old question. Is this the responsibility of the federal government, the state government, the community, the church, the private sector, the family, or the individual? We don't hear the argument for conservatism made much anymore. The argument is now centered more toward scope and size. Republicans don't talk about closing government departments as much as they do making those departments smaller.
Now, what's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here. And before I respond to Trey Gowdy, can I just say one thing? How boring was that clip? I mean, seriously, this guy left the government to take a cushy, high-paying job on Fox Propaganda Network, and that's fine. I don't care. Good for him. But my goodness, I could not sit through that 3-minute clip. It felt like I was watching paint dry. That guy's about as dry as unbuttered toast, but I guess it pays to be boring and conservative. Now, what are Republicans for? And that's a good question, and I really don't know. And are they afraid to admit that they don't know either? Republicans are the party of yes to the powerful and wealthy and no to the working man and woman. They have this vision of America that looks like it was paused in 1950s America, where women catered to the home and white men reigned supreme. This, of course, was before the cultural and civil rights renaissance that was the 60s and the 70s. It was before the 80s that gave us great music and elevated a few at the top to unreachable levels of wealth and success. It also left those at the bottom worse off than they ever were before. Republicans have not been able to evolve with America, and that is why their voters are getting older and older and whiter. Meanwhile, Democrats are getting younger, more diverse, and coming from all economic backgrounds. Republicans are the party of yesterday. Now, the Republicans know that they don't stand for anything. Tax cuts on millionaires, billionaires, and conglomerates are not exactly the slogans that you could put on bumper stickers. So what do? Well, they use fear and anger to rile up a diminishing and aging base. That's the only card that they have left. They could, of course, adjust with the times and propose legislation that will better the lives of Americans that they were sworn to serve. But that wouldn't be the Republican way, now would it? That would upset their donors, and whatever the man writing the check tells them to do is exactly what they do. Now, the Republican Party is an aging party that has morphed into a cult. And if you don't believe me, then look for yourself. On Fox Propaganda, their primetime host is now on the airways openly praising dictator, murder thug Vladimir Putin. And I'm pretty sure Kim Jong-un will be making a guest appearance with Tucker shortly. That's the direction of the Republican Party. And we as Democrats might have our problems, and lately they have been on full display, but we will never stop fighting for our constituents, and that is what separates us from them. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.